A 6-year-old and an 8-year-old arrested, sparking outrage across the nation. And now a Florida school resource officer is on the hot seat. The Orlando Police Department confirms that Officer Dennis Turner was suspended and is under investigation after arresting the children in unrelated incidents at Emma Nixon Academy Charter School. In the case of the 6-year-old, because of an apparent temper tantrum, she was handcuffed, put into the back of a patrol car, taken to a juvenile detention center, fingerprinted, and had her mugshot taken. The grandmother tells our sister station in Orlando that the young girl has a sleeping disorder and threw the tantrum because she was tired.
So he says, what medical condition? So I said, she has a sleep disorder, sleep apnea. He says, well, I have sleep apnea and I don't behave like that.
No details yet on why the 8-year-old was arrested. Per Orlando Police Department policy, the arrest of any person under the age of 12 requires the approval of the watch commander or a manager, which was not obtained by Turner. All right, let's bring back today's panel. Defense attorney Mike Korobanix and Republican strategist Allison Young. Mike, I'm going to start with you on this. To the average person, it seems a little insane to take a 6-year-old, cuff her, and have her go through the fingerprints and a mugshot. What's your take?
Bill, insane is not even close to describing how just reprehensible this is. And I can't believe law enforcement anywhere would arrest a 6-year-old. It's mind-boggling. I've been around over 30 years, Bill, and I've never heard anything like it. And I just find it reprehensible.
These tantrums are common for 6-year-olds. They can't control their emotions. Can you imagine if they haven't slept? But this is something that was typically handled by a teacher who is trained to handle a 6-year-old. And now they're handled by these school resource officers who, especially in this case, is a retired police officer who, unfortunately, this is how he's been trained. He doesn't really know how to handle the emotions of a 6-year-old.
So, Mike, to that point, is part of the problem that we've removed teachers from the process? Because the minute a kid gets out of control, let's say a teacher physically tries to restrain her, all of a sudden now you got the parents and lawyers like you back in business.
Well, Bill, I hope lawyers like me are always be in business, but this lawyer thinks that teachers are trained to deal with these situations. And I do think we've swung too much where teachers really don't have much discretion. This is a really good example of why this discussion needs to be opened up again so people know what they're talking about and that these things don't happen. But arresting a 6-year-old is clearly not the answer.
As a defense attorney, what would you advise the officer in this case?
This is calls for retraining, that you need to really check with supervisors and things of that nature before you go this extra step in arresting a 6-year-old. In fact, in New Jersey, you can't arrest a 6-year-old.
Allison, as a mom, does this story frighten you a little bit?
It does a little bit because I have a 4-year-old who is prone to her occasional temper tantrum, and I can't imagine if she went through something like this and how this has scarred this poor 6-year-old. They never indicated that she was causing harm to anyone else or that she was endangering anyone else. So it's hard to understand the use of force here.
It's like an extreme case of scared straight. All right, thanks, guys.